Good afternoon and good evening, wherever you may be in the world today. Welcome to another episode, our second, of the Fit Beauty at Play Sports podcast. A sports podcast for everyone. If you are new to the sports world, please don't worry, we got your back. And don't be shy, ask your questions in the comments below. We will do our very best to help answer your questions. On this podcast, we will talk sports, a little health and fitness, and we will have a word from our sponsor. Currently, we don't have a sponsor yet, but we're taking applications. Until we get a sponsor, we will sponsor ourselves. I am your hostess with the mostest, Summer AC Moon. Thank you so much for joining me. For everyone who is returning, because this is our second episode, thank you so much and welcome back. For everyone who is joining us for the first time, thank you very much and welcome. Let's get started. Since the NFL regular season is upon us, I think that is the big news sports right now. So I wanted to give my take on the big stories coming out of the first regular season week briefly, and then let's talk about NFL nostalgia, starting with the 90s. What a first regular season week it has been so far, as we still have the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears Monday night game to take place tonight. Of course, we had the spit heard around the world on Thursday night between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's see what happened.
Before a snap, here he goes. He walks there in front of Dak Prescott. Did he spit? Did he spit on him? I think he did. There you go. There you go. And the official was right there to throw the flag.
Now that was Jalen Carter who spat on Dak Prescott. So my question to y'all is, do y'all think that Jalen Carter would have been so bold and courageous to do that if he knew that Micah Parsons was still with the Cowboys? I don't think so. I don't think he would have been that bold. But who knows? Now, let's move on. Now, in my opinion, the biggest news in week 1 of the NFL regular season is the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs lost their first regular season game after losing in the previous Super Bowl. Now, my question to y'all in regards to this is, are the Chiefs done? Is this the sign of another great dynasty on the ropes before their demise? Although, once upon a time, In a sports world long, long time ago, another great one, Muhammad Ali, was on the ropes, only to win the fight at the end. So, will the great chiefs find their way back or not? That is the question. And in respect to this question, one thing I did do and wanted to present to y'all is a comparison of the Chiefs to 2023 and 2024 regular season average stats per game with the game they just had. So, of course, I know it's a very, 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 very tiny sample size of just one game, but I thought it would be interesting. 4 points stuck out in the comparison as to why perhaps the Chiefs lost. Let's take a look at those 4 points together. Now, here is my comparison. As you can see, the very first column is a category column, which lists the different points the NFL keeps track of during a game. And I got these stats from NFL.com. But because I was only looking at a very tiny sample size from this 2025 regular season in one game, the very first game, I had to average these 2023 regular season and 2024 regular season stats per game if they were not averages already. So I just wanted to let you all know about that. So here we are comparing these different points which the NFL keeps track of for the 2023 regular season, 2024 regular season, and the 2025 regular season. Again, it's just for one game. Now, the 4 points that stood out to me were first, passing first downs. As you can see, in 2023, the average per game for passing first downs was 12.71. And then in 2024 regular season, it was 12.88. Now, in the very first game of the 2025 regular season, the Kansas City Chiefs only had 9. So it was a drop compared to the previous two seasons. Now, the other point, the second point, is the third down percentage. It used to be 43.64, 48.47, but it's dropped to 35.71 in this first 2025 regular season game for the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the third point that stood out. Rushing attempts. 2023, it was 24.53. 2024, it was 26.47. And this game for 2025, it is 17. So there's a drop. Now the last point that stood out was average penalties, average per game, average yards per game. In 2023, they had penalties where it resulted in 49 yards loss per game. In 2024, the penalties resulted in 48 yards loss per game. Now, in this very first game, they had a loss of 71 yards due to penalties. So these are the 4 points that I thought that stood out to me based on comparing the previous two regular season averages per game to this very first 2025 regular season game of the Kansas City Chiefs, which could possibly have contributed to their loss. And if they continue with this trend of a downward slope, they will not be the same Kansas City Chiefs as they have been in the past. Now, I thought the second biggest news coming out of the first week of the NFL regular season is, drumroll please, Aaron Rodgers' first game as the starting quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you're a Steelers fan, I think you should be really happy and super excited, because I thought Aaron Rodgers looked really good throwing, even under pressure. I noticed that when he was under pressure, he would move around the pocket, but would quickly look up and find his open receiver. His sidearm throws were on point. Of course, the Steelers won, and a big part of it was due to Aaron Rodgers' play. Next up, NFL nostalgia. In this episode, we'll talk about the 90s NFL. And in the next episodes or subsequent episodes, I will continue to cover the rest of the decades. Now, the only way I could think to begin this segment of the program, speaking of NFL nostalgia, the only way I could think was with the old Monday Night Football promo from 1990. In my opinion, I really think this is when the NFL expanded beyond the sports and into American pop culture. And you can really see that expansion in this video. Let's watch it.
Are you ready, all you fans out there in out there land? I say it's time again. Have mercy, let the congregation say, amen. It's time for the biggest, baddest party in the world. So get on up, turn it up a notch, and get ready to boogie, baby. Ow!
Back. Well, it's Monday night, a new week has begun. I turn on my TV for some pigskin fun. I see a Super Bowl season here on ABC. The biggest game each week is their specialty. I gotta get ready, make everything right, 'cause Monday Night Football's coming on tonight. Are you ready? Hey. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're ready! Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party? Hey, this is Rockin' Random Hank. Ready to get the good times started. We've got the teams on the field and we turned up the lights. All my rowdy friends are back for Monday night time. Watches this primetime show. New York, Nashville, San Francisco. We love to watch the kickoff as the game begins. Pretty cheerleaders and last-minute wins. The screaming crowd and the linebackers stare. Scrambling quarterbacks and receivers in the air. Big hits are coming, the backs are cutting inside. Everybody turns it up Monday night. Everybody's a fan. Hey, this is the biggest party, man. We got Frank and Al
if you were to watch the Monday Night Football promo from 1989, you will see what I mean about the 90s expansion of the NFL into American pop culture. Of course, the team that was best known for the 90s were the Dallas Cowboys, and rightfully so, as the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s were really the best team to be an ambassador of the NFL at the time when the NFL was expanding into American pop culture. Not just because the Dallas Cowboys were considered America's team, but because of the superstars such as Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, and Deion Sanders. In my opinion, these NFL superstars not only had the Hall of Fame moves on the field, but a style and attitude that personified 90s cool. Now, here are some highlights of the 90s Dallas Cowboys triple threat in Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith.
Couldn't even see Emmitt Smith.
Jerry Ball is not very tall. That's good. Here's Emmitt Smith, who's very good. Touchdown.
The football game.
Second down. Aikman back to throw, going deep. And this is the touchdown. That is Michael Irvin.
You want to know what an all-pro looks like? Watch Michael Irvin here. He'll battle you all the way down the field.
Motion on first down, Aikman. Harper. Was that beautiful? Touchdown, Dallas.
Aikman in zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Cowboys. Alvin Harper.
Handoff, Emmitt Smith at the 15, to the 10, he'll score! Emmitt Smith dances to the end zone! The Cowboys have taken a 2-score lead!
The Steelers and the Cowboys were Super Bowl 30.
Falls down, gets back up, stays on his feet, and did he get in? Touchdown!
Thank the Smith. Still alive. Zone for a touchdown.
Aikman's got plenty of time. Deep ball left side. Caught it fair. Spinning away Irvin at the 15 to the 10. Diving at the goal line.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. He tucks it into it.
Aikman to throw it. Going deep for Harper. And Harper comes down with it.
Aikman takes the snap. Gives for Smith. Right up the middle. He's got the first down to the 50. To the 40. Emmitt Smith will go all the way to the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown Cowboys. Handoff Smith. Big hole up the middle midfield. The 40. Smith with a whole field. Emmitt Smith. 60 yards.
Aikman fakes to Smith. Deep down the middle. Has his man complete. Rocket Ismail to the 5. Touchdown.
Flips it to Smith in the left flat at the 30. Beats his man down the sideline. First down 20. Cuts right at the 15. To the 10. Smith to the goal line. Touchdown Emmitt Smith. Oh, Emmitt Smith.
Aikman with time, long ball. Touchdown!
And Emmitt is going to score. Touchdown Cowboys for Emmitt Smith.
Well, that's classic Emmitt there. Lowers the shoulder, still got the power.
I hope that you all are enjoying the 90s NFL nostalgia as much as I am. The other teams that won the Super Bowl in the 90s were the San Francisco 49ers, 1990 and 1995. The New York Giants, 1991. The Green Bay Packers, 1997. The Denver Broncos, 1998 and 1999. and my favorite NFL team, the Washington Commanders, 1992. I grew up in Washington, D.C., and was there when Washington won their last Super Bowl in 92. It was Mark Rippon, Art Monk, Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders, Brian Mitchell, Darrell Green, and Charles Mann. But instead of me telling you about them, let me play a video of Washington's big stars from the 91-92 season who will tell you in their own words what the regular season was like.
There's no higher feeling in sports than right now than winning the Super Bowl.
We knew that we were better than you.
Offense, defense, and special teams were all ranked in the top 5.
Everybody knew the Washington Redskins were the premier team.
For 60 minutes, this team is going to compete and get after you.
Best team in NFL history, bar none.
It was a team full of veterans that had character. You never had to worry about guys off the field. They were singularly focused. They didn't loud talk anybody. There wasn't a lot of trash talk. They just showed up and dominated. And that's really what that year was all about, domination.
The reason why that team, honestly, in my opinion, is the best team ever is you don't hear a lot about the individual names because we did everything virtually as a team. The unit, everything was broken down into units for us. You had the Hogs, of course. You had the Posse, which was the 3 Ys. You had Mark Rippon, who was the quarterback. You had the National Defense. All these things that just came together.
Is there any other big, beefy type position in football known more than the Hogs?
Well, I tell you, keep your jersey clean throughout a season, 7 sacks.
He never got touched the whole year. He didn't get touched. To throw a deep ball, you got to have time for those receivers to get downfield. And so you think about all the bombs that Rippon threw that year. That's because nobody got near him for 5 or 6 seconds, which is a testament to that line. I mean, that line, I will put that offensive line that year up against any offensive line in NFL history.
Then you look at Gary, Art, and Ricky. 3 guys, I think, on the football team that they all could be standing out by themselves, but they understood they were a team.
We're the Posse, probably quite honest, even to today, I think it was the best 3 receivers as a group.
Well, the main thing about the Posse was that they really did complement one another. If you think about the way that they played, and you can envision it, I'm sure, if you remember back then.
The Posse and the receiver group, which was certainly for me, kept me up at night.
As a player, you got to pinch yourself to say, hey, I had an opportunity to play with greatness, and greatness as it ever comes.
A lot of great things we can be doing today, and the best one is kicking their ass.
Yeah, I think the defense that year kind of embodied, they were perfect for Joe Gibbs. Right place all the time, knew what they were doing, worked together.
We're putting up, 30, 40 points. Our defense is shutting people down.
That year, we shut out 3 football teams. We shut out 3 football teams in one season.
For me, it's like the goal is the Super Bowl. You can't be that team that's the best team in the NFL, right? And you don't go to the show.
Again, I hope that you all have enjoyed the 90s NFL nostalgia with me. I sure have. Now let's move on to the health and fitness tip. Welcome to the health and fitness tips segment of the Fit Beauty at Play Sports podcast, where I will give you some tips on how to do a push-up successfully. Let's get started. So, what do I mean when I say to do an exercise successfully? What I mean is to maximize the benefits from the exercise. How do we do that? Well, the way we do that is, in my opinion, with these 5 points. And I'll present these points clearly after this portion of the segment, so you can take a note of the points. 1, proper nutrition. 2, relative difficulty. Think about it. Google it. Better yet, check out the first episode of the Fit Beauty at Play Sports podcast. I talked about it in the Health and Fitness Tips segment. Check it out. 3, proper form. 4, full range of motion. And 5, and probably the most important, proper breathing. We need to live, and to live, we need to breathe. So, these 5 points, in my opinions, will help you achieve a successful exercise. And these 5 points can be applied to any exercise. You should apply them, in my opinion. And also in the exercise that we're going to demonstrate today, the push-up. So let's get started. Now, in terms of doing a push-up, let's talk through those 5 points. 1, proper nutrition. You should have a proper caloric intake that's appropriate to fuel your workouts. 2, relative difficulty. You should design the workouts and perform them at a level that will challenge you. 3, proper form. Now, for a push-up, you will lay flat on the floor. Place your hands on either side of your body and tuck your elbows close to your torso. And make sure your body is straight. Then, as you push up, you need to balance your body where it is in a straight line. And how do we do that? The way we do that is make sure our chest is out and our lower back is arched. It's kind of like, or just like, if you're doing a bench press. And you keep your toes firm to the ground. So you're using your entire body to push up. But the points that are engaging with the floor are your hands or the palm of your hands and your toes. But you're using your entire body. So you need to arch, you need to straighten out your back, stick out your chest, arch your lower back, and stick up your butt, and push with your hands and your toes. So your energy in your body should be spreading evenly throughout your body. And please make sure that your body, it remains at an even or balanced level between your head and your heels as you push up. So it should remain balanced. Now, here's an important part. As I mentioned, you need to tuck your elbows on the ground as you place your hands on either side of your torso. But as you push up, you need to rotate those elbows, not your shoulders, but the elbows, so that way you can put maximum torque into your push-up and engage the proper muscles to be able to have an impact, an efficient impact into your chest muscles. And then as you're coming up, you need, as you're pushing up, which is considered the positive, you need to push up with as much intensity as you can. But then when you go up, you need to hold that for a couple seconds, which is your tempo. And then as you come down on the negative range, you need to slow down. But here's another important part. When you go up, you need to go full range, no matter what. And then when you come down, you need to come down slow, no matter what. So even if you can, so remember, quality over quantity maximizes your benefits. So what I mean by that is, don't try to impress yourself or anyone else. Do the push-ups at your level. So if you can get 5 quality push-ups with full range and coming down slow and then coming up hard, that will be the best. And the last point, breathing. So when you are going to go up by pushing up in the positive, you're going to breathe out. And then as you come down slowly, you're going to breathe out. So in, out. Sorry. Out, in. So, again, breathe in on the negative and breathe out on the positive. So you're breathing out as you come up and breathing in as you come down. So I think we've covered all the points. Proper form, full range of motion, and breathing. Now, let me show you how I do it. Now here's a word from our sponsor. regular, NFL, season is upon us. Live from YouTube, it's the Fit Beauty at Play Sports podcast. Catch it. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. So if you can, please click the like button for this video. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to our Fit Beauty at Play channel. I will really appreciate it. Until next time, I hope that you all have a wonderful, amazing, and safe time. Bye.